We have this hero mentality. We're always strong. We're always the one that comes through, that cheers them up, fixes the problem, that stays late. We're doing all these good things, keeping everyone around us happy. The problem is we can become depleted, drained, worn out. We're making sure everyone else is a priority. You need to make yourself a priority. Your first mission is to keep yourself healthy. It's not selfish to take time for you. You need time to get refreshed, to be re-energized. You shouldn't be so busy you don't have time to be alone, time to laugh, time to exercise. You need recreation. You need these things that help you stay in balance. See, when people are making a lot of withdrawals, you have to make sure you're putting in a lot of deposits. If you're giving all the time and never filling back up, you're going to be depleted. You're good to others, why don't you be good to you? You're kind to others, be kind to you. Be generous to you, be loving to you. Don't live with that hero mentality. Gotta be strong, gotta be at every event, gotta be super mom, outperform, overachieve. I can't say no, what will they say? People will take as much as you give them. They'll let you work 24 hours a day if you will. When you're run down, emotionally drained, physically worn out, that's not just doing you a disservice, it's doing your family and those around you a disservice. Not only that, it's not healthy. It's raising your blood pressure, causing you to live stressed, overwhelmed. Nobody can make this change except you. You have to be the one to say, I'm going to make some adjustments to my schedule. Not going to go running every time this friend calls. Not going to live up to the pressures and demands that are not reasonable. I'm going to keep myself healthy. I'm going to make sure my emotional well-being is good. And if you don't learn to say no to some things, then nothing will change. Because the people that are counting on you to perform, to always be there, they're not going to say, why don't you take a break? Why don't you spend the evening doing whatever you want? I'll cover for you. No, you have them trained. When you're tired, you need rest. When you're drained, you need to be replenished. Now, I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm all for working, achieving, being responsible. What I'm saying is stay in balance. You can't work all the time, serve your family all the time, be strong for others all the time. Sometimes you have to say, sorry, I need a break. I need a moment to recharge. There's been a lot of withdrawals. I need to make some deposits. For me, it's easy to work all the time. It's easy to go 90 to nothing. I like to be productive, achieving, but I've learned I'm not as creative if I don't have time for recreation. I'm not as productive if I hadn't taken time to laugh with my family, have fun together, exercise. That's how I get refreshed, work out, play basketball. You're not doing yourself any favors living out of a depleted state. Sometimes we've been doing it so long, we don't realize how far below our potential we're living. You won't be as good a parent, spouse, leader, friend if you're not taking time to get away. There will always be needs, always be something to do, someone that needs your attention. You have to make it a priority to stay in balance. And it's okay to be depleted, to work hard, to give it your best, to be there for people, but it's not okay to stay depleted. You have to get filled back up. Some people are living worn out, drained, no energy. They don't want to let anyone down. You've been there for everyone except you. Why don't you treat yourself as good as you treat others? When you live drained, depleted, you won't be as productive. You won't have the stamina to overcome challenges. You won't enjoy your family like you should. There'll be more strife, conflict. You'll be amazed at what happens if you'll get back in balance, if you'll make yourself a priority. Let go of some of the pressures. Yes, you love your children, but you don't have to be super parent. Your children are going to be raised out of the house at some point. You don't want to look back and think, man, I didn't enjoy those years. I was so stressed, overwhelmed, tried to be everything, keep up with my neighbors. If Jesus knew his limits, we should know our limits. And yes, we can do everything. We can be Superman, but that's not healthy. Take the cape off, get back in balance. Sometimes it's not other people's expectations, it's our own expectations. We feel guilty for not doing everything we think needs to be done, for not meeting all the needs. After all, we have the ability, the talent, the anointing, but you also have a physical body. Like with Jesus, there are limits. He had to get away to keep being his best. If he would have lived depleted, he would have shortchanged himself. The best thing he could do was to get recharged. On a regular basis, you need to have these times where you get replenished. On a regular basis, start taking time for you, for what replenishes you, for what fills you back up.